So Magic the Gathering, not something I talk about much, if at all, on my personal YouTube channel. I bring it up in our podcast, which will be returning by the end of the month, Dark Feather Gaming Podcast. But I did want to start doing some Magic stuff just because the game is in a very terrible place thanks to Wizards of the Coast, but this is not that video. Oftentimes, when going through retailers, Walmart in this case, if there is a premier product that is being sold, which is currently in this case, this time of filming is Commander Masters, Walmart won't carry such high value products because they don't think they're going to sell those $80 plus Magic sets when they have an issue with the 45, the 35, the 45, the 65, the ever increasing prices that Wizards puts out. The normal product does sell, the normal precons, everything like that. Even Lord of the Rings at the higher price point at Walmart, people weren't buying those precons. But anyways, during those times, there are mystery packs usually available. They're chaos packs, typically 3 random draft booster packs per mystery pack. They're a fun time. You get 2 of them. You get 6 random packs. You get with a bunch of friends. You build a sealed deck that's just chaotic. Hell, you could even draft with them that well. 3 is enough for drafting at a pot of 8 draft. So this last time, I saw a new mystery product there that I hadn't seen before. We have Mystery Commander Power Box. Look at that, Mystery Power Box. Look for... Not focusing. I don't have autofocus on. Look for... Where is it? Look for randomly inserted chase decks. These come with deck boxes for 100 cards, then some sleeves. Which, sure, why not? These are completely just repackaged overstock from distributors or the owners of the distributors. Stuff that when the originals did not sell from Walmart, they weren't ordered again. They're just sitting there and they're looking to resell them. This shit was $44.99, the same price as a normal Precon, the same price as the ones that people actually wanted. And I bought 2 of them because I wanted to do this. I wanted to play with some shitty Magic decks. Me and my wife are gonna do some head-to-head Commander Thursday when she is off of work. About 2 of these. I'm gonna see what they are. Go ahead and get that out of the way. But are these going to be worth it? Probably not. These were such bad products. Looking at the commanders on here, it's very recent within the last 2 years, and the value that Wizards has put into their normal set commander precons has been in the fucking toilet. Because, as Mr. Rosewater has stated, they don't want to put too much power in these lower costed products. And by power, they just mean value. They want to get their value worth by only putting powerful cards in expensive sets. So when Modern Horizons 3 comes out next year, best look out. It's going to be expensive, or any master set, really. Could they have put some good stuff in these decks? Absolutely. Should they have? Probably. But there's a reason that these 2 precons were terrible and unselling, and they're here now. So I'm going to go ahead and get them cracked open. I'm going to sleeve them up. I'm going to write up the deck lists. We're going to look at the value of these atrocities and see if they were worth it or if they were just utter shit. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't need to look at the decks to realize that they're utter fucking shit. Alright, so first up, we have a vampire deck from the weird Innistrad double feature. Innistrad double feature is, of course, shortly after Wizards decided we don't want to do blocks anymore. We want to do individual sets at plans. Except they didn't really plan it that well for Innistrad because they had to split it up into 2 3/4 sized sets. It was a fucking nightmare. It was just an absolute nightmare. So the first card we have here, first commander, is Strefan the Maurer Progenitor. Can't read that. Ham sucks. But there you go. Strefan. I'll put up an image of him. Strefan the Maurer Progenitor. 2 colorless, black, red, a legendary creature, vampire noble, obviously. Flying. At the beginning of your end step, create a blood token for each player who lost life this turn. I'm going to be terrible on 1v1. Whenever Strefan attacks, you may sacrifice 2 blood tokens. If you do, you may put a vampire card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attack. It gains indestructible until end of turn. Not too bad. Would he be a commander? I don't think so. We have Edgar Markov, who just gives you more options. Plus, then this guy can just be played in Markov. But let me go ahead and pull up the regular scene for the deck list. And there we go. Remember when I said that this was... Oh, that's just... $44.99. It's valued at $47.99 currently with the average market price for the cards. So not great. Not great at all. Zoom in, $48, and that's just rounding up. Take a look at what we have here. It's losing quality on that photo. So Blood Artist 197, Cordial Vampire 189. Everyone knows who Blood Artist is. It's sack a creature. When a creature dies, target opponent loses life, etc., etc. You know, it's a member of the Yawgmoth combo deck in modern Young Wolf. Blood Artists just keep going back and forth. There you go. They come back, they go forward, just drain. Then we have Cordial Vampire 189. Shadowgrange Archfiend. Look at that guy go. Shadowgrange Archfiend 199. This is actually the most expensive card. 199. Vandal Blast 182. Very, very good red staple. I recommend it for all the red decks. I have it in my mono red Squee Voltron deck because it's funny. I could bring up all back anyways, but whatever. Soul Ring, big staple. Arcane Signet, Baby Soul Ring, gone down in price. I remember when it used to be quite a bit more, but now it's printed in everything. But yeah, this deck is just garbage. This is a very, very terrible deck. Please don't. Oh man. Alright, let me get the other deck done and everything. Oh. Did come blue with red. So, I mean, it should have been black with red or red with black. That fit the colors, but this is just what Ultra Pro had extra. Their little, just generic plastic 100-card uploading deck boxes. The thick cardboard card you normally get at the front of your commander box is just mixed in with the cards now, I guess. So, Strefan Maurer Progenitor. That is our first deck here. It's not good. Not worth the purchase. I'm sure a lot of these were probably worth more when the deck launched. It was probably about a $70 value. Still a really weak power level according to WotC. Well, I didn't think it could get much worse. But it did. The second one, start off that way, came in white with blue, which actually makes sense for the colors of the deck. It is an Azorius deck, though it is the worst of the Kamigawa decks. It is Azorius vehicles, Kotori, Pilot Prodigy at the helm. Let's go ahead and take a look at this dumpster fire. And when I say dumpster fire, it is a dumpster fire of a deck. Kotori Pilot Prodigy, legendary creature, Moonfolk Pilot. Vehicles you control have crew 2 at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target artifact creature you control gains lifelink and vigilance until end of turn. Makes all your vehicles much easier to crew, like your every single effectively turning every single creature into a pilot token, since pilot tokens act like they have crew 2 or greater, so they can hit everything. This just makes all your vehicles be able to be crewed by 2, so your typical bear. But this deck is awful. It's even worse than Strefan. 45-26. Neither of these actually covered the tax spent on them, I must say. Somehow it's more expensive in tickets. If you want to rent from card order, it's $1 a week if you want to pilot this mess. So anyways, Kotori here. Let's go down the list, shall we? Ooh. Drum Blower. 326. That is... Oh my god, that is such a high percentage of this deck. Most of the value of this deck is just in the one card. We keep going down, Cyberdrive Awakener, 249. And we have Kappa Cannoneer, 576. Those are all the creatures. Overall, just the average value of creatures is much, much lower. So the ones that are worth anything, considered to be anything at all, are higher than that of Strefan. We have a Chase Architect of Thought for some reason. We have Dispatch for 209. That's not a bad instant. Swords of Plowshares, $1 still. It's good removal. You always want a good white removal in your white commander deck, and that's Swords of Plowshares. I think Generous Gift was here too. Generous Gift is pretty great. Organic Extinction, 61. Sol Ring, of course, making its return here. The best 1-drop. Playing Commander. Down here to Shorkai Genesis Engine vehicle. So one thing I did notice is in Kamigawa, there was one vehicle that stood out above the rest, and it was not even close. It was so good, it was used in every single deck in Standard. I'm, of course, talking about Reckoner Bankbuster. Reckoner Bankbuster was two colorless mana to cast it. Came into the battlefield with 3 counters on it. I can't remember what the counters are called. 2 mana, tap it, remove a counter, draw a card. Crew 3. But it was also Crew 3 or Crew 4. I can't remember. Crew 3 or Crew 4. 4/3 body. Pretty good. However, when you removed all the counters on it, when you took that last 3rd counter off it, so when you drew your 3 cards, it created a 1/1 pilot token. It can crew vehicles as if its power was 2 or greater. So that crews that vehicle all on its own right there. Just really a really good card. The best vehicle in all of Kamigawa and US Dynasty. It's not in this deck. Why would you not put the best vehicle from your set in the vehicle set? Do you want to know why? They knew it was good. They knew it was too good. Its, quote, power was too high, meaning it costs too much money. They don't want to throw it in here. That Wizard says they don't pay attention to the secondary market, but they absolutely do. That's what they base their power on. But yeah. Reckoner Bankbuster. That in Kotori Pilot Prodigy, not in the Precon. Makes no sense to me. Spy Network, though. Oh boy. Surge Hacker Mech, I think, is probably the closest thing to Reckoner Bankbuster. It was like a mythic. Surge Hacker was a mythic. But Reckoner was a rare. Reckoner was way better. It's just one of those things. Why it wasn't in here, I don't know. Sold this deck probably a lot more if that was in here. People were looking for it for a while, that's for sure. So, would I recommend even giving a shot to these mystery power boxes? that states you can look for randomly inserted chase decks. No, you can't look for them. They're a sealed package. You can't look for shit. There's probably one in the entire distribution center that was put into one that's sitting there that will never be shipped to a store. The same price as a normal Precon. The same exact price. $44.99. Difference is these ones come with a 100 with a Ultra Pro 100 card top loading deck box and 100 sleeves. It's not worth the minimal value of the decks inside. Should you get one if you want to teach someone how to play Magic? A friend? No. Go to like Card Kingdom and order one of their beginner decks. They have many. They have beginner cubes for drafting. They have beginner 60-card decks to teach someone how to play 60-card format. I think they have beginner commanders as well to teach people different mechanics. Do that. Don't order this fucking garbage. You're not getting your money's worth. Not at all. I mean, you're not getting your money's worth with Magic anymore anyways. I sing as I sit on like a full collection of Power 9 and Unlimited Lotus and non-foil and foil War of the Spark, alternate art planeswalkers. I have a problem, yes, but anymore. You're not. Don't buy this trash. Don't be me. Don't be me. Don't let the curiosity get to you. Curiosity didn't kill me, but it made me poorer and dumber for buying this, thinking I might get something fun out of it. Now, will I have fun with my wife when we play Thursday? Probably. We'll probably have some fun. I let her choose which deck she wanted to play with. She chose... I random. She chose the white box. She's getting Azorius vehicles. And I'm going to be playing with the vampire. I told her to study up on the deck, because we're going to be playing Thursday. Yeah, there's other options if you want to teach someone how to play Magic. Take them to a store and help them pick out 100 cards, or show them how to look up decks, build a deck around a theme. Don't do this. Are these worth it? Not in the slightest. They weren't worth my time. They don't even recoup the value that you spend on it, which makes sense. Some decks will just lose that value. My mono red deck from Standard from 4 years ago has kept its value. The cards in it are still worth money. These are all garbage Wizards has just made to keep the power level low, so they can sell premium sets, but not call them premium, but just charge more for them because they don't have MSRP anymore. So they can charge a lot more money for power. Don't buy these. Teach the distributors a lesson for buying so much junk and shit from WotC. Stores are ordering less and less product from Wizards because of how bad everything's been for them. So, yeah. Mystery power boxes. There's nothing power about them. Their power level is so low. My diabetic dog that's going blind and has a UTI, that's a senior, that barks at every passing sound, that has dementia, has more power than these decks. Anyways, I'm going to be starting to do more and more Magic stuff. I play a lot of Magic. But I probably not. But I typically only purchase singles build decks that way. I mean, the last actual boxes I purchased were some Japanese war boxes to finish out. Just open some packs with my wife, find some Japanese planeswalkers. We now have 4 of the Yoshitake Amano Lilianas. So she has some in her own personal collection too, so that was fun. But yeah, just purchase your cards from secondary sources. Don't purchase stuff from WotC. You're being ripped off.